The Houston Rockets paid Jalen Green a contract designed to trade him. Now the Golden State Warriors are trying to do the same thing with Jonathan Kuminga, and it has caused a roadblock that neither side knows how to get across. The Warriors and Kuminga have been locked in off and on contract negotiations for weeks, and it has ground everything else in NBA free agency to a halt. There is a line of players waiting to sign with Golden State who have to wait on Kuminga, and it appears other teams waiting on other free agents are also stuck in suspended animation. Jonathan Kuminga wants to be paid like a star, but while he is capable of scoring in massive bursts, he hasn't put together the other aspects of being a winning player to give confidence to either Golden State or other teams that they should go all in on paying him. That has led the Warriors to prioritize signing Kuminga to a tradable contract. They want him to accept a 2-year deal with a second-year team option, and then also he will need to waive his implicit no-trade clause. In other words, they are demanding the most trade-friendly contract possible. This would not be a contract designed to extend his time as a part of Golden State and their franchise, but rather a placeholder, so they can trade him during the season when the base year compensation rules lift, and it is easier to trade him. This sign-to-trade approach was already used by another Western Conference team, one that the Warriors are quite familiar with, and to great effect. Mike Dunleavy and company appear to be taking a page out of the Houston Rockets playbook. The Warriors are trying to copy the Rockets. Last fall, the Houston Rockets went down to the wire negotiating rookie contract extensions with their 2 members of the 2021 NBA Draft, number 2 pick Jalen Green and mid-round pick Alperen Sengun. To that point, Sengun had shown more despite his lower draft pedigree, but Houston didn't just pay both the maximum that they could pay despite their production and promise. They negotiated actual contracts short of the maximum amount, and there was an obvious goal in mind for Jalen Green's contract. It was very tradable. While Green had blossomed into a solid NBA scorer, his game in other ways had not come around yet. Defense, passing, decision-making, motor. The Rockets were not prepared to commit to Green as a centerpiece of their team moving forward, but he had the production to demand a legitimate contract in restricted free agency. The two sides compromised on a short-term contract that paid Green enough for him to sign the extension ahead of restricted free agency, but would not prevent the Rockets from trading him this offseason. The deal was a 3-year, $106 million contract with a player option, a so-called 2+1 deal that was the first of its kind for such a large number. The Rockets were indeed able to then use Green's contract as matching salary this summer, sending him to Phoenix as a part of the return for Kevin Durant. The deal was not so large nor so long as to make the swap negative salary, even though Green's trajectory stayed the same. Lots of scoring, flashes of potential, not enough winning basketball. Warriors coaches will likely tell you he was the primary reason the Rockets lost their first-round series to Golden State this past spring. This brings us back to Kuminga. He did not agree to a contract extension ahead of restricted free agency, and he proceeded to have a lower-quality version of the season that Jalen Green just had. Scoring, flashes of more, not enough winning basketball. That puts him at a lower level in contract negotiations. Add in the Warriors' very real financial limitations, and Kuminga is struggling to get anything in a new deal. The offer they have made is disrespectful, yes, but they have the leverage to do so. Golden State wants to sign Kuminga to a contract they know they can trade in 6 months. Jonathan Kuminga wants to sign a contract that will pay him what he thinks he deserves, but he doesn't have the leverage to get it. He needs to find his way to the right short-term deal to set him up for a larger payday down the road. But thanks to the Rockets, that will be an even more difficult task. The Golden State Warriors' drafting history has been a bit tumultuous over the past few years. Despite losing many of their first-round picks and experiencing significant roster turnover since their 2022 title, Golden State has kept Moses Moody as a rotational piece of the team. In an interview on The Young Man and the 3 podcast, Moody shared his first experience with 4-time champion and the NBA's all-time leading three-point shooter, Steph Curry. Moody recalled that in his first Warriors practice, he made an immediate mark on the future Hall of Fame guard. "One of my first times, I ripped him, and I'm a rookie. I'm just coming in, so I'm feeling good about it," Moody said. "And it's like I just felt everybody in the room kind of like, oh, like he don't know. And then Steph did what Steph do and go crazy and all that, and I'm like, okay, that feeling was right. I knew what I felt. Everybody knew what was about to go down. Moody has played for Golden State the last 4 seasons, each year seeing an increase in minutes, scoring, assists, and steals per game. Last year, he averaged a career-high 9.8 points, 2.6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists on 43.3% shooting. Moody's initial thoughts on Curry, Green, and the Warriors. Moody arrived in Golden State alongside Jonathan Kuminga in the 2021 draft after the Warriors missed out on the postseason for the second year in a row. He started 11 games in his first year, while they went on to win the 2022 title. A lot of what I learned my rookie year was just sitting on that bench, Moody said. Like, I messed up, I didn't come over on defense. I'm thinking nobody noticed. But nah, everybody noticed, so I think that realization was like, okay, I need to figure everything out. Moody also mentioned what it was like learning from Curry in practice and games, specifically when he talks on the court. He's not loud, he don't talk crazy, but he's so good that when he's talking, he's helping you almost, Moody said. He's just playing. He don't talk a lot. It's not in a conniving type of way. It's genuine. Moody also commented on Draymond Green, saying that he appreciated the mentor role Green has taken for him. I used to go to Dre's room on the road all the time and just sit there and talk to him and ask questions, Moody recalled. He's good with words. He's able to put thoughts into words and explain them to you in a way you understand really well. I still go and hang out with him and learn all types of stuff. The advice Moody received from Curry and Green has paid off. His numbers have increased each year on the Warriors, and he signed a 3-year $37.5 million contract extension with the team before last season. Golden State's quiet offseason. While Moody signed an extension to stay in Golden State, the same can't yet be said for Kuminga. The wing is in a standstill with the franchise in hopes of landing a big extension, but nothing has come yet. Recent reports say that Kuminga expects to stay with the Warriors next season, but they haven't agreed on a contract yet. He may sign his qualifying offer for $7.9 million, but Kuminga hopes to land something closer to 3 years, worth $20 to $30 million annually. This contract dispute has been detrimental for Golden State so far this summer, as they are the only team in the NBA yet to add any players in free agency. Many expect them to land former Boston Celtics big man Al Horford while also bringing back DeAnthony Melton and Gary Payton too. Regardless, nothing has happened yet, and nothing will likely happen until Golden State figures out the Kuminga situation. In a recent post on Threads, Green said that he and Curry are happy with the job general manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. has done this offseason, and that the job is so much bigger than you all see. Al Horford's expected signing with the Golden State Warriors continues to be all but confirmed, with the Boston Celtics further signaling the 39-year-old's departure following their latest free agency, signing on Tuesday. Along with trading the only recently acquired Georges Niang to the Utah Jazz, the Celtics also signed former Warrior big man Chris Boucher to a 1-year, $3.3 million contract according to ESPN's Shams Charania. The Celtics have reaffirmed Al Horford's move to the Warriors. Aside from Horford, Boucher was arguably the best remaining free agent big man on the market over a month since the period officially began. The 32-year-old's move to Boston ends a 7-year stint in Toronto, having started his career at Golden State where he played just 1 game but won a championship while on a 2-way contract during the 2017-18 season. A reunion between Boucher and the Warriors had been floated as a possibility by fans and analysts, but there were no real reports that the franchise was interested. In fact, it went the other way as Marcus Thompson of The Athletic stated that they, Warriors, never were big fans of him during an episode of the Warriors Plus Minus podcast last month. Boucher's best year with the Raptors came in the 2020-21 season where he averaged 13.6 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks per game, shooting 51.4% from the floor and 38.3% from three-point range while earning votes for the NBA's 6th Man of the Year award. The 6 feet 9 inches stretch big averaged 10.0 points and 4.5 rebounds in 50 appearances last season, shooting a solid 49.2% from the floor and 36.3% from three-point range. His arrival at the Celtics adds to a big man rotation that also includes Neemias Queta, Xavier Tillman, and Luka Garza, with that quartet proving that Horford's memorable career with the franchise is over. Horford, along with the likes of DeAnthony Melton and Gary Payton II, are being continually held up by Jonathan Kuminga's free agency saga. While Horford's official signing with Golden State has been expected for over a month, it can't happen until the Kuminga domino falls, which might still be a while away. The former 7th overall pick continues to resist the contract offers currently presented to him by the Warriors, while the franchise themselves have rejected multiple sign-and-trade scenarios from the Phoenix Suns and most prominently the Sacramento Kings, who continue to be most linked to a move for Kuminga.